Hello students, good morning. Today class we will see the moment distribution method. The moment distribution method we will observe here is first we had to check the carry over moment. What is meant by carry over moment? When a moment is applied at one end of a member allowing the rotation at the fixing of far end. Some moment develops the far end. This moment is called as a carry over moment. That is nothing but suppose here the beam AB is there. A is fixed and A is roller and B is the fixed. Here we can observe A is having some rotation due to the roller support. There will be some slope we will observe here. This slope we have to assume as a 1. Then some due to this load automatically in our opposite direction, whether it is a fixed or hinged, there will be some moment will be carry over here. Here the moment is total moment is m, means the opposite direction B point it will be take as half of the moment. In A it is we will observe as a m, then in B we can take as half 1 by 2 into m, that m dash will be 1 by 2. If suppose for a beam we are applying the more load on A, means it will be some deformation we will observe. Automatically if suppose this A will deform, means B also will deform half of the amount. This we will observe here in the carry over moment. For 2 marks they will ask what is meant by carry over moment. When a moment is applied at one end of a member allowing the rotation of that end and fixing the fore end. Some moments develops the fore end. This moment, whatever the moment we are observing here at A and B, that moment is called as a carry over moment. Thus in the beam AB is shown in figure. If M is the moment applied at end A, allowing the rotation of A is M dash in the moment developed at B. Then M dash is the carry over moment. This M dash we will call as a carry over moment. Okay. Next, what is meant by carry over factor? The ratio of the carry over moment to the applied moment is called as a carry over factor. Carry over moment divided by the applied moment is known as the carry over factor. Thus, in the beam shown in figure, thus carry over factor is nothing but the whatever the half of the rotation or half of the moment will observe here m dash divided by the total amount m. Okay, that is nothing but the carry over factor. Defined carry over factor means the ratio of carry over moment by applied moment. That is nothing but the carry over factor. Now we will see what is meant by stiffness for moment distribution method. Stiffness is nothing but the moment required to rotate an end by unit angle or radius or rotation. When a rotation is permitted at the end is called stiffness or of the beam. Thus the beam shown in figure theta A, that some slope theta A is the rotation at the end A. Then the stiffness of the beam AB equals to K. K is nothing but the stiffness equals to whatever the moment acting at that point A divided by the slope theta A. Here you can observe stiffness is nothing but the moment, whatever the moment is there, this moment divided by the theta A. That is the stiffness formula. Moment divided by the slope. Okay. Next, distribution factor. When a moment is applied to a rigid joint, wherever a number of members or meet, at that point the applied moment is shared. Then that point we will call as a distribution factor. The member of meeting of that point is called as a distribution factor. The ratio of moment shared by a member to the applied moment at that joint is called as a distribution factor. Thus the MOA we have to assume as M naught into A is the moment shared by the member OA. When the moment M is applied at the joint O, then the distribution factor at that member, suppose you have to take, there is the 4 members are joined at the center, this point is the AO, then this OA is the member of a total moment of this point particular beam. This MOA divided by the total moment is the total whatever these 4 beams has to move, that total is the summation of all this is called as a M. Distribution factor equals to this member divided by the total all members, summation of these all members. Okay, M naught A divided by the MA. This is a small, what are the formulas we had to solve for the moment distribution problem. Once we will go the problem, then we can easily understand where we have to apply this carry over factor, what is meant by this stiffness, and then how we will solve the each and every part we will see. Okay, what are the sign conversions or conventions is nothing but the all clockwise directions we are taking as positive and anti-clockwise we are taking as a negative. Now we will see one problem, then we can easily able to understand the problem. Okay, now we will solve the problem. Observe the problem. Determine the final moments. Determine the final moments for a moment distribution method. For a moment distribution method as shown in figure. Okay, for the given figure you have to find the moment final moments. First we will draw. In the question itself they will give the figure. Okay, here you can observe fixed A is fixed and there is a continuous beam. C also fixed and then B is there. This B is the roller support. A, B, C, this is the continuous beam. AB is 3 times of moment of inertia. BC is 2 times of moment of inertia. This total span is for A to B is 6 meters. For B to C is this is 4 meters. No, total 6 meters. Then you can observe here AB is carrying an UDL of 30 kilonewton per meter and BC is carrying a point load of 72 kilonewton at a distance of 4 meters from B and then at a distance of 2 meters from another end C. Okay, this is the figure they gave to solve. Okay, according to this figure we had to find the final moments. For any type of problems, for any first step 1 had to go for the fixed end moments. Okay, step 1 we had to find the fixed end moments for the given diagram. How we will calculate the fixed end moments? First you have to calculate the fixed end moments for AB. If you want you can draw separately and then you can calculate. For AB, whether it is which type of a load, we don't want any which type of support also, directly you have to take that beam and then we have to take that load and the distance is 6 meters. For this MFAB equals to, our formula for UDL is minus WL square by 12. Now I have to substitute this one. Minus W is nothing but the 30 into 6 square by 12. Then we will get minus 90 kilonewton meter. This is for MFAB. Next simultaneously you have to calculate for MFBA. For MFBA same formula but you have to take as this one is anti-clockwise direction. That's why you have to take as negative and BA is the positive clockwise direction. BA equals to same formula plus WL square by 12. Then we have to substitute 30 into 6 square by 12 plus 90 kilonewton meter will get here. This is for first beam, for AB beam. Next we have to calculate for BC beam. For BC, same the load total distance is 6 meters. But here you can observe that there is a point load that is 2 meters from C. And the load is acting at 2 meters from C, 72 kilonewton load. Okay, now we have to calculate MFBC equals to minus, this one is the eccentric point load. Our formula is WAB square by L square, that equals to minus 72 into 4 into A is 4, B is 2 square divided by total distance is 6 square. Then we will get minus 32 kilonewton meter. Next we have to calculate for MFCB. BC is negative, CB is positive plus W A square B by L square. Then we have to substitute the values. W is 72 into A is 4, B is 2 divided by 6 square. Then we will get plus 64 kilonewton meter. Okay, this is all the step 1. In step 1, what are the values we got means, first one is MFAB. MFAB value is minus 90. Next one is MFBA, that equals to plus 90. Next MFBC equals to minus 32 kilonewton meter. MFCB equals to plus 64 kilonewton meter. This one is step 1. Okay, to find the fixed end moments. In step 1, we have to calculate the fixed end moments. This one is step 1. Next, step 2. From step 2 onwards, the steps will be changes. For slope deflection method, in step 2, we will go for the, after fixed end moments, then next we will go for the moments, bending moments, and then next we will go for the slope deflection equation, and then next we will go for the joint equilibrium conditions and final moments. But in moment distribution method, what is the main difference between the slope deflection and moment distribution is nothing but slope deflection method will get the approximate values. It will be maybe or equals to BA must be equals to BC, but there will be some plus or minus 1 or 2 values it will be, we will observe. But in moment distribution method, we will take exact value, that is 0.001 difference you have to observe in moment distribution method. That's why most of them are preferred moment distribution method only. Now we will go for the step 2. Step 2, you have to calculate the distribution factors. Distribution factor. For this distribution factor, first you have to check the diagram. How many joints are there? Say only one joint is there for us. From B only we can calculate BA and BC. Okay. Now first you have to draw a tabular column for this distribution factor. First you have to take the joint. Next you have to write the member. And the next one is the stiffness K, and the fourth one is the summation of stiffness sigma K, and the fifth one is the distribution factor. The distribution factor equals to K by summation of K. Okay, this is the main table. I have to draw in a table, then you can easily able to understand. Okay, for this there is only one joint is there, that is joint B. Joint B, one side what are the members means BA, another one is BC. These are the two members we will observe. What are the stiffness we have to assume, observe means for the far end B to A, far end is fixed, then our formula is 4EI by L. For both one 4EI by L. Here 4E into I is, here for AB they gave 3I divided by L is 6. Here 4E into divided by 2I into divided by 6. Then what is the value you will get here means, this value is 3 1s are 3 2s are 2 1s are 2 2s are. Then next we will get 2EI. This one is also same 1.33 EI. Okay. First one is 2EI. Another one is 1.33 EI. Then the addition of these two will get 3.33 EI. Summation of EK. Okay, summation of K. Next our distribution factor. What is the distribution factor means K by summation of K. K is 2. 2 divided by 3.33. Then we will get 0.6. Another one is the 1.33 divided by the 3.33. Then we will get 0.4. Okay, these are the two values distribution factors, 0.6, another 0.4. One main check we have to assume is, we have to remember is, whilst we will calculate this joint, we will get total 1. That is a main check for us. If we are any wrong or any wrong calculations we are taking means, here 1 will not come. Compulsory we have to get the 1 here. That is a main check here. Okay. 4EI by L and another one is also 4EI by L. This slopes, rotations already we know in the starting itself. Okay, this is the distribution factors. Okay, step 1 we calculate the fixed end moments. Step 2 we will calculate the distribution factor, and the step 3 is we have to calculate the moment distribution. How we will see the moment distribution method. We will observe here moment distribution method. For this, first we have to write the joint. Second one, what are the number of joints are there. A is a fixed joint or fixed support, B and then C. Okay, next one, member. What are the members we will observe for each and every joint? Member is for A, we can observe AB. For B, we will observe the two members. One is BA, another one is BC. For C, we will observe the CB. Okay, we had to draw a tabular column for this moment distribution method. First one is joint A, B, C. Whatever the points they gave in the question, according to that, you had to note down the joints A, B, C. Next one is a member. For this member, from A, AB we will observe. From B, BA and BC we will observe. These are the members. Next, third one is the distribution factor. This distribution factor we calculated in step 2. Distribution factor for AB. AB is a fixed, then there is a no distribution here. That's why it is no 0. The next for BA we calculated it as 0.6. For BC we calculated it as 0.4. And the CB also we don't have any values. Okay. Next one we had to write the fixed end moments. These fixed end moments already we got in step 1. Fixed end moments is minus 90. First AB value. Second one is plus 90. And the third one is minus 32. And the fourth one is plus 64. These are all the values we got in step 1. That is due to number of moments. Okay. Next step, these are the total we observe here. Step 1 is joint, member, distribution factor, fixed end moments. Next we had to observe all of you clearly. Here only we will do some wrong. Here we had to observe for joint B only you had to consider. For joint B, first you had to take these two, 90 minus 32. 90 minus 32 means we will get plus 58. Plus 58, but you had to take an as whatever the value will get to balance the movement, whatever the value we got. Suppose plus sign we will got means we had to take minus 58 we had to take. Suppose we will get the minus value means next we had to take plus value. Okay, this minus 58, this will be multiplied with BA value. Okay, minus 58 must be multiplied with the BA value, that is 0.6. Here say minus 58 multiplied with the 0.4. Then we will get the one value. That value directly will write. Plus means minus we told already. Here we will get minus 34.8. Here we will get the minus 23.8. 23.2. This we will call as a balancing moment. Balancing moment. ఇది ఫస్ట్ కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజన్గా ఉండొచ్చు, బట్ మనం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చేస్తూ పోతే ఈజీ అనిపిస్తుంది. ప్లస్ వాల్యూ వస్తే మైనస్ తీసుకుంటాము, మైనస్ వస్తే ప్లస్ తీసుకుంటాము. అది కూడా అటు జాయింట్స్ దగ్గర మాత్రమే. ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఫిక్స్డ్ అండ్ మూమెంట్స్లో మనకి జాయింట్ బి దగ్గర మాత్రమే బిఏ బీసీ వస్తుంది. సపోజ్ సిడిఈ అలా నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ జాయింట్స్ ఉంటే దెన్ సి దగ్గర కూడా సేమ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద వాల్యూ ఫర్ బిఏ మైనస్ బీసీ చేస్తే మనకి ప్లస్ 58 వస్తుంది. ప్లస్ని మైనస్ తీసుకుంటాము. మైనస్ వచ్చిన వాల్యూని మల్టిప్లైడ్ విత్ 0.6 డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్తో మైనస్ 58 ఇంటూ 0.4 చేస్తే ఈ వాల్యూస్ వస్తాయి, మనకి 2 వాల్యూస్ వస్తాయి. ఏ దగ్గర సి దగ్గర ఏం వాల్యూస్ లేవు ఇక్కడ వరకు. ఓకే, ఇది వచ్చేసరికి బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ మూమెంట్ ఎం అంటాం దీన్ని. నెక్స్ట్ క్యారీ ఓవర్ మూమెంట్. ఇప్పుడు క్యారీ ఓవర్ మూమెంట్ అంటే ఏంటి అంటే వాట్ ఎవర్ ద లోడ్ అట్ బి దగ్గర బి దగ్గర యాక్ట్ అయ్యే లోడ్ కంపల్సరీగా ఏ దగ్గర తీసుకుంటుంది. హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద లోడ్ విల్ బీ క్యారీ ఓవర్ టు ద ఏ. మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం లాస్ట్ క్లాస్లో కూడా. ఏ ఫిక్స్డ్ ఉండి బి హింజ్డ్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ రొటేషన్ వచ్చేసరికి ఇలా వెళ్తుంది. రొటేషన్ ఇలా వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు ఈ స్లోప్ విల్ అబ్జర్వ్ హియర్, ద స్లోప్ విల్ బి 0 హియర్. దెన్ విల్ అబ్జర్వ్ సమ్ మూమెంట్ హియర్. ఈ మూమెంట్ టోటల్ మూమెంట్ ఇది 1 అయినప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్గా అదర్ సైడ్ ఆల్సో విల్ టేక్ ఎస్ హాఫ్. సపోజ్ మనం ఏదైనా ఒక వస్తువు పట్టుకొని వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు ఒక చేతిలో 10 kg ఉంది అనుకోండి, ఇంకో చేయి కూడా ఆటోమేటిక్గా హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద హైట్ కానీ మూమెంట్ కానీ మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తాం. అదేవిధంగా ఇక్కడ కూడా సేమ్ ఒక లోడ్ యాక్టింగ్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు 1 మూమెంట్ ఒక సైడ్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్గా అదర్ సైడ్ కూడా హాఫ్ మూమెంట్ విల్ టేక్ కేర్. ఓకే, సేమ్ ఇక్కడ మనం సాల్వ్ చేసేటప్పుడు క్యారీ ఓవర్ మూమెంట్ అనేది క్యారీ ఓవర్ మూమెంట్ ఈజ్ ద ఎమ్ డాష్. హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద మూమెంట్ విల్ క్యారీ ఓవర్ హియర్. 34.8 నుంచి హాఫ్ అంటే మైనస్ 17.4. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ ద this side BCB. For this it is also minus 11.6. ఇక్కడ ఏం లేదు కాబట్టి మనకి క్యారీ ఓవర్ ఇక్కడ ఏం రావట్లేదు. యాక్చువల్ అయితే ఇక్కడ ఏదైనా వాల్యూ ఉంటే ఏదో హింజ్ కానివ్వండి రోలర్ కానివ్వండి ఉన్నప్పుడు విల్ గెట్ ద వాల్యూ హియర్. దట్ వాల్యూ విల్ బెట్ హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద వాల్యూ విల్ గెట్ హియర్. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఈ యాడ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద వాల్యూ హియర్ దట్ విల్ బి హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద క్యారీ ఓవర్ మూమెంట్. దిస్ ఆల్సో సేమ్ హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద క్యారీ ఓవర్ మూమెంట్. నౌ విల్ సీ ద ఫైనల్ మూమెంట్స్. ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ చిన్న ప్రాబ్లం కాబట్టి 1 స్టెప్తో మాత్రమే వేస్తున్నాము. యాక్చువల్గా అయితే మనం సాల్వ్ చేసేటప్పుడు నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ మూమెంట్స్ అండ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ క్యారీ ఓవర్ మూమెంట్స్ వస్తాయి నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్లో. దెన్ ఓన్లీ యూ కెన్ ఈక్వేట్. ఏం చేయాలి అంటే ఈ BA అండ్ BC మస్ట్ బి సేమ్ వాల్యూ రాగా వచ్చేంత వరకు మనం నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్ హ్యావ్ టు సాల్వ్ దీస్ 2 పాయింట్స్. రిపీటింగ్ ద సేమ్ స్టెప్ 5 and step 6. This is a step 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is the balancing moment, another one is the carry over moment. ఈ 2 స్టెప్స్ని నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్ రిపీట్ చేస్తాం. బట్ ఇక్కడ నాకు ఇక్కడే వచ్చేసింది ఫస్ట్ వాల్యూ -90, -17, then I will get -107.4. ఫర్ BC I will add all the values. ఏవేవి అంటే ఫిక్స్డ్ అండ్ మూమెంట్స్ ఈ వాల్యూస్ మాత్రమే. 90 -34.8 means I will get +55.2. Here -32 +23.2 means here also I will get the same -55.2. The next CB value is +64 -11.6. Then I will get +52.4. These are the final moment values. Okay, once we'll get the final moment values, now we'll draw the bending moment diagram. బెండింగ్ మూమెంట్ డయాగ్రామ్ ఫర్ ద గివెన్ ఫిగర్ వచ్చేసరికి ABC కదా మనకి ఇచ్చింది. A వచ్చేసరికి ఫిక్స్డ్, B రోలర్ అండ్ ద C వచ్చేసరికి ఫిక్స్డ్. A వచ్చేసరికి UDL ఆఫ్ 30 kN, టోటల్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఇస్ 6. BC వచ్చేసరికి పాయింట్ లోడ్ 72, 4 meters and 2 meters. ఇది మనకి ఇచ్చిన డయాగ్రామ్. దీనికి బెండింగ్ మూమెంట్ డయాగ్రామ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డ్రా ఫర్ దిస్. ఫర్ UDL it is a parabola. You can observe this one is a parabola. What is the formula for this UDL means this one maximum height. To find the maximum height our formula is WL square by 8. We will substitute W is 30 into L is how much L? 6 square by 8 means we will get the total value is 135 here. This maximum value is 135. Okay, next we will go for the BC. It is a point load. We will get a triangle. For this triangle eccentric load formula is WAB by L. We will solve WA is 4 meters and B is 2 by 6. Then we will get here 96. This is the maximum values of 2 beams. Okay, now according to our final values, our final moments, first A value is 107. This one is -107 or MA value minus value. The next one is we'll get 55 minus 55. The next one is 52, 52.4, 55. Okay, all values you have to draw here itself. This one, whatever the shaded one, this shaded one, this one is positive, negative, negative. Okay, for final moments we'll get the negative. This is the total our bending moment diagram. Okay, now we have to observe here for a given figure AB UDL. For that we get a parabola. Next for BC it is a point load, then we will get a triangle. Okay, this one is step 5. The next step 6 is there. Step 6 is to find the reactions to draw the shear force diagram. Okay, now we'll observe to calculate the reactions. First I separately drawn the 2 beams. For AB, same AB and moments I drawn here. AB beam of length of span is 6 meters and the carrying a UDL of 630 kN meter, and the 2 moments is starting moment is 107 AB MA value and then MB value is 55.2. Simultaneously for another beam BC B is a roller and the C is the fixed one carrying a point load of 72 at a distance of 2 meters from point C. Okay, now we will calculate first for UDL AB or A. I am taking moment B at MB equals 0 or A into 6 plus 55.2, that must be equals to 107 or MA value plus W into L by 2. Then I will get RA value. This RA value is 592.2 kilonewtons. Okay, next the 592.2 divided by 6. Then RA equals to, I will get 98.7 kilonewton. Then I will find RA plus RB1 equals to 30 load into 6. Then I will get RB1 value is 81.3 kilonewton. Okay, this one is for beam AB. Next, similarly I will calculate for beam BC. RC into 6 plus 55.2, that must be equals to 52.4 is the MC value plus 72 load into 4. Then I will get the RC equals to 47.53. Had to calculate. Okay. Next, RB2 plus RC equals to, our total load is 72. Then RB2 equals to, I will get 24.47 kilonewton. These are the values we'll get in the step 6. Now we'll draw the shear force diagram. Okay, now we'll draw the shear force diagram. Here you can observe for UDL, it is a triangle. This one is RA value we got is 98. Then next to RB value is, we got 81.3, RB1. Next RB2 we got as 24.47. This is a point load, that's why I had to draw a rectangles here. RB, the next RC value is 47.3. Whatever the above values will be positive, below value is the negative. This is our shear force diagram. Okay, up to here we had to solve the problem. First we had to solve the fixed end moments. Once we will find this fixed end moment values, the next we have to go for the distribution factor. Here in distribution factor we will calculate this distribution factor values. The next, once we will calculate the distribution factors, next we have to go for the moment distribution. For this moment distribution, step 1 we have to calculate the adjoint B, BA and BC. Then next we have to take this one, BA minus BC value will get some positive, means you have to take as negative to balance it. Negative value must be multiplied with the BA distribution factor, and this negative value will be multiplied with the BC distribution factor. Then we will get the balancing moment M values. Once we will get the balancing moment M values, then next we have to go for the carryover factor. That carryover factor will be half of the moment distribution factor in opposite direction. If suppose BA we got the value, means AB we will be half of the distance. Then we will calculate the carryover factor. Then we had to take the final moments. Once we will calculate the final moments, then we had to draw the bending moment diagram. Then for that bending moment diagram, we had to observe which type of beam they gave and which type of loadings are there. Based on that, we had to find the maximum values, and then we had to draw the bending moment. Next, after finishing of the bending moment, we had to go for the shear force. For this shear force, again we had to calculate we had to divide the beams into two types, and then we had to calculate the RA, RB1, RB2 and then RC values. Once we will calculated the values, then we had to draw the shear force diagram for the given load. According to this, we had to draw the shear force diagram. This is our total fixed end moments moment distribution method problem. Okay, I hope you understand this one.